Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Astroneer with your friend Kuros Paladin. So, last episode, discovered my derp where I was, running right past a medium wind turbine for some time, but finished that particular mission, the wind up mission, and now what I need to do is find exo chips to feed to the logistics station. It doesn't say how many. Oh, exo chip. Okay, so just one. Only need to find one. And that really I don't think will be that difficult to do. I do have dynamite that was sitting right there in that wreckage. So really all I have to do is just find a exo cache. And on Glacio, they're underground. You know, they're on the surface, underground, and you can see right there, 3 of them just appeared. So I'm just going to go ahead, find one underground, and blast it open with dynamite. Now, here's where I have to be careful. It is so easy to get lost down here. So what I'm going to try to do is... there we go. Okay, so I can see... I know it was that direction. Okay. So... we got to enable this. There we go. And then go back this way. This is why it is so easy to get lost. There it is, right there. Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to set it here. We're going to blast it open. I like doing it with the, opening them with the various cataplants because it's just fun to do that, but I have the dynamite. I might as well use it. So I end up with so much dynamite in some of these saves that I've never unlocked it, and yet I have dozens of dynamite. You just find it. Or maybe I do unlock it. Now I think about it, maybe I do unlock it because it might be required for one of the missions to unlock it. It's been a while since I've done the early game content, so. Alright, so provide an exo chip. Alright. So what do we get for that? Hey, more bytes. Excellent. I'm not going to complain about that. All right, so I get schematics for the rail post and the rail engine. That's kind of cool because those were expensive to unlock. So I just have to use the... whatchamacall. I think it was this thing over here. Yep. Use button to request support. And there we go. And then I'm not going to read through all of this. I've done that before. So as you progress, you unlock more and more information. Just got 2 more missions. So, hey, we get those schematics. That's pretty darn cool. Now we have to place a rail engine. There we go. That's the one that I remember. And then all aboard, print a rail post bundle. So at this point, that's what I brought that aluminum for. Although now that I think about it, I'm going to be short one because I forgot it's a rail post bundle, which is also aluminum. And I only have 2 aluminum here. No, I am fine. That's right, because it's aluminum, resin, copper. So I am fine. All right. Resin. Was there any resin down here? any resin down here. I know. I definitely found a lot of titanite. But resin, let's grab a lot of this research, this yummy research. I do like how this game, if I were to have unlocked the rail engine or the rail posts already and then completed that mission, then it would just given me the equivalent in bytes to unlock them. So I kind of like how it doesn't penalize you for getting ahead. All right. I didn't even look for resin. I was in research mode at that point. I don't see any resin that way, and I really should head back because I don't want my little Astroneer to suffocate. My poor little Astroneer, what is he on his third life right now? I think he's on his third life. He goes through so much abuse. Ooh. Let's see. Wow. Okay, maybe I'll have to just go to the surface for resin then. Looking like I'll have to go to the surface. All right. This way. Right through here, I believe. Yeah. That is something that I have done more often than I care to admit as well. But I will admit it. How many times I have just gotten lost underground because I didn't leave a trail of tethers or something. And then you find out you were just like right around the corner from it. But because you can't see it, you don't go to it. Alright, I'm going to play the little game again of grabbing this. And we're going to go looking for resin. And we're going to do that by going to the high ground and scouting the terrain, the nearby area. I probably passed a whole bunch of resin, but I wasn't paying attention at the time. So there's the boomaloons, give them a wide berth. And there's, nope, that's hematite, darn it. I mean, I'm not complaining about hematite, but it's not what I'm looking for. This is not the resource I'm looking for. My resource is in a different castle. I always, it is, I'm assuming intentional that resin just seems to be more difficult to find on Glacio. That is resin. Okay. I think I can get to it from this direction. If I get enough momentum here. Oh, nope. Alright. Have to dig a path to get up there. There we go. Alright. So I don't care about digging up these here on Glacio because I don't plan to put an auto extractor for resin on Glacio. Alright, that is definitely enough resin for right now. And look, even a little bit of graphite. Oh, I hear it. A curious item. It's probably underground though. That is such a sad sound. Oh, whoop. Then there's some more. So, bonk. Really, if they're pudding, I guess they don't even have knees, do they? When I say the Astroneers. Oh, come on. I love the hoverboard, but yeah, it does not like elevation changes whatsoever. Of course, I can't seem to even get over this. There we go. All right. Go around those. And then, yes, I do know I still need a printer. So, so compound, very easy to get. That was around the corner. So let's go grab that compound. So, I'm curious. I am not a speed runner. I do find the game to be a little grindy at times. But I've never really been a speed runner in this game. But I'm curious how others play. If they are, hey, I just want to speed past all of this. And get right to the end game stuff. And there is nothing wrong with that. You know, there is that grind where it is, you're starting the automation, and then it's the power pinch that you're in, where you're just trying to get enough power to do things. All right, so we want a small printer. There we go. Okay. And I love the little sound it makes. All right, and then a medium printer. And I did a dumb because I don't have anything to put that medium printer on. Yes, I do. There we go. All right. So I'm glad I grabbed a little extra resin. If I had grabbed one more, I could have did the large platform, but alas. All right. So pick you up, put this down. Up. Connect, put that on there. And then this can go next to it. Although I would be, if the cable came out the side, but oh well. There we go. All right. All right. So I need to print a rail engine and put it on to the logistics depot. So that's a copper, an aluminum, and a resin. And then a rail post bundle is a resin and an aluminum. And I have a QTRTG, so I can just do that. Oh, nope, that is a small printer. That's right, it is a small printer. Rail post bundle. Alright. Completed all aboard. And I will definitely not complain about having rail post bundles. So what does ingenuity give me? Place a rail engine in there. Oh, okay. So, oh, I get a rail junction bundle and the schematic. Excellent. All right. And I'm going to get rail cars as well for doing this. But they're trying to set it up where you're going to use all this for the next coming series of missions, where you go underground to grab a whole bunch of stuff. And we're not going to do that. We're going to cheat. So, especially since I'm almost certain it's like 10 of these misplaced whatever these freight modules. So. Alright. There we go. Ingenuity completed. So a rail car and the schematic for it. Alright, I'm just gonna leave them there. So reinstation. So whoops. Activate the geo. Okay, so come back over to this. Pylons detected. And then we get some more history. And then it wants me to deliver or connect, right? Just the way it just slams that stuff down. It's like it's angry about it, you know? Anyhow. Oh, oh gosh. I forgot. That is awesome. So you get that drill 3 there. All right. So it wanted me to connect a rail line to a site pylon on Glacio. Okay. This is like so difficult. This is extremely difficult to do. Oh. It is, because I can't. Wait a minute. There. That's it. That's all you have to do. Alright, we come back. Look at this. So, trade platform. Oh, that's actually going to be really good. And the schematic for it. Alright, better freight than never. I think this is where I have to bring, 10 of those back. And then cooler runnings is the frozen argon. That's the one that takes a little bit longer. But I've got so many of these right here. And you can just do that. I know they're trying to make you do this with the rails. But to lay all the rails down just to do it, not really worth the effort. So, especially since I've got so many of them right nearby. And I need to clean up the area. So. Oh, these are really good scrap, too. I think you get 3 scrap for each of them. So if you like the scrap game, these are pretty good. You can clean things up. Whoops. Clean up the area and get scrap for it. Alright, I need 3 more. Let's grab... Am I going to end up... Yeah, I end up taking that down too. Oh well. Because I'm pretty certain I saw it wiggle a little bit. Yep. Oh well. I really try to leave as much of the terrain as I can unspoiled. Obviously, near something like this, it's going to be deformed, so... Alright, that's the easy one. The 20 frozen argon is a little bit more of a pain. So better freight than ever. I'm going to leave that because I don't want to carry the scrap around. I'll let that go back to... I'll wait until I get back to Silva for that. So... Alright. Gonna take this extra oxygen tank and drop it off there. Alright. So now it wants 20... frozen argon. And this is where it becomes a little grindy because you can only carry one at a time, so you're just going back and forth and back and forth. Although, I think I can cheat. Because if I bring a rail car down here, I can put 2 on the rail car. So I can get 2 per trip as opposed to 1. But the amount of time it would take to build the rail line all the way down there and then make it get there and all that other stuff, just, yeah. So a rail car, I'm going to unpack that. This way I can take 2 per trip. Okay, remember, make an immediate left when I exit this little tunnel. So there's usually 10 around these areas, or these site pylons. Okay, like I said, an immediate left. There we go. And then what I'm gonna do, because it will just do it for me, there. Okay, that's 3. This is the grindy part. I think 20 was a bit excessive, and the Silva is even more excessive because, spoiler alert, it's 10 of the giant mushrooms, which are tier 3 in size. So that's a lot to try to get back. But the hoverboard does make it faster, so... The hoverboard, I don't know if they knew that it would be used like this, because I see a lot of people use the one Galastropod for its bonus of movement, but I think this is still better than even the one Galastropod, which I can't remember which one it is. In fact, I rarely use Galastropods. I use Usagi, I think its name is, which is the one that finds things on the planet for you. But other than that, I don't really use the snails. I don't play where I'm just like reckless in movement, so I don't care, you know, whichever one it is that protects from everything but suffocation. So you can fall from great heights and such. And then I don't play reckless with oxygen, so... It's a habit that makes the early game just that much more frustrating, I guess. Just like the lack of having the hoverboard at the very beginning. So, alright, there's some more frozen argon. Come over here. Grab that. Come on. There we go. Any other in the area? Oh, yeah. I wasn't even counting. I think, what, I'm up to 9 at the moment? Or 7? Gosh, I hope it's 9. Oh, didn't make... a sharp enough turn to the left there. Oh, come on. Just set it down. There we go. 8, 9. Oh boy. Alright. So not even halfway there yet. Alright. Supposedly there's a couple over here. They are buried a little bit. Okay. There's one. And then another one somewhere. A little bit lower. Up. Or did I not see that properly? There it is. All right. So that's 11 of the 20. The other 9, I have to figure out how far away I have to go because sometimes they're just all over the place, and then that other save that I kind of stopped was... I just remember being very frustrated at just even the lack of the frozen argon that was nearby. Whoop. Alright, so it's usually underground. That's why I'm always going underground. So, alright. Whoop. Come on, there we go. Alright. So, what I'm going to do so I don't get lost, I think I saw in this direction another site pylon. So I'm going to go this way. Oh dear gosh. Okay. I thought I lost it. I'm pretty certain I saw another one in this direction. So I'm gonna head this way. Because they kind of stand out with that, you know, those red LED, whatever you want to call them, on there. Alright, this is becoming a little bit of a liability. There we go. Where did I put it? Oh gosh. Wow. Okay. Oh, hey, look, resin. And some argon. Oh. And that looks like one of the big ones. So, oh, hey. Yoink. There we go. All right. I shall plant 2 in your place. There we go. Okay. So we have some argon over here. And that resin that I was looking for earlier. Yeah, the way they changed the behavior of the terrain tool is a little bit annoying. Alright, well that'll get me to 13, I think. Yep, 13. And I think I saw 2 more down there, so I'll get to 15. Whoa, another big gaping hole. Nope, I don't know why I thought I saw 2. Oops. Alright. I really hope that isn't the deposit that I was planning to keep. I don't think it was, though. Really, that was it there, just those 3. Okay. Oh, it is saying there's another one right around the corner here? Just around the river bend? Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, look at that quartz deposit. Holy moly. Again, it's just probably because of what I did with the settings for this custom game, so... Alright. There it is. Alright, that's 15. I guess the other thing I could have done, I can't remember if you can pack these. If I had a whole bunch of graphite, I could have just packed a whole bunch of these up with packagers. Alright, 15. Really, folks, it will get better. Ugh. I will be smoothing out this area in the future. So, actually, was that just, like, right here? Yeah, it was. I went, like, the really long way to get here, didn't I? Yeah, oh well. It's like, the emergency exits on an airplane. They may be closer. The closest exit may be behind you. Alright. 2 more to get it to 17. If it will let me put it down. 16, 17. Alright. And there were definitely 3 more down there, so that will take care of that. It's annoying. Well, not annoying. The game wants to play that track, that music track that I really love. But every time I go back underground, it stops. All right. One more trip after this. Just one more trip. Because this will be 19. Yep. All right. One last frozen argon. And we all know what happens if you try to lick frozen argon. Although, again, do Astroneers have tongues? One of the things about this game that I also like is how the Astroneers are whatever you want them to be. By not giving them a appearance other than just the outfit they're wearing. They can look like whatever you want them to look like. I honestly don't know what they would look like. But just one of those things like Master Chief, right? You never saw him without his helmet. So, okay. I don't want the scrap. I do want an exochip because I'm pretty certain I have to give the exochip back to this. I'm pretty certain it wants me to read this again. Yep. So we have some more stuff to go to. Calidor is the next one. So, rubber stamp. Yep. Okay. So that would be the Calidor Logistics Depot, but I think I'm going to stop here. Did a good job of getting this unlocked, and then from here we'll take care of the Calidor thing. I don't remember what goes on there as far as what has to be built. It has been a while since I've done it. But I do remember what you have to do, and that one is very grindy. Because you have to go way down into the planet to get what it wants. And if I remember, the items do not attach to storage, so you have to bring them all up one at a time. Or you can pack them. I think you can package those. So, but anyhow, hey, progress, because Glacio will be my second largest base. I have a logistics depot / train station going on, and what I'm really after is getting that train station for Silva, and then it will be that train station that is for Main Street USA, even though Main Street USA's train station is mostly symmetrical, and this one isn't. That's okay. I'm not going to be able to completely recreate it accurately. But having fun. I hope you're enjoying what's going on so far. And Calidor will be the next episode where get that logistics depot unpacked, in place, and then from there feed what it needs, and then get back to Silva and do what has to happen there. So, it takes time. All right, get the little guy facing this way. So, hope you enjoyed this, and I will see all of you in the next episode. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, kids of all ages, take care and bye.